another job. Just come back up from Cardiff, busy weekend, and a Monday afternoon I promised to get these batteries swapped over. This particular boat I'll show in a second, 24 volt domestic system, powered by 8 standard Hankook sealed lead acid batteries, so pretty basic batteries. Customer wanted an upgrade, so these, I'll tell you what, I'm going to take you to them, not that to you. So here's the TNE 12 125 amp hour AGMs, cracking battery, as all TNE is. I fit a lot of those, so I've got 8 of them to put in, but first I've got to take them 8 out, and the boxes are really awkward. So I'm gonna get all these unpacked, then I can stack them all up, and hopefully I'll get it all done in, let's put you down there, all in quick time. You don't need to go to the gym when you do this stuff. I'm gonna have a lot of fun putting them in. Not. Well, here's the battery boxes in question. The awkwardness is this one at the back. There's no way in. Well, maybe there is if I undo them. Maybe there is if I undo them, but let's see. It might be just as easy and quicker just to lift them up. One thing I've got to watch, if you look at the height here, there is clearance here, because I've had, we swapped a couple of batteries out some time ago, just because one of them was fizzing crazy. I can lift them up above, but you have to watch the terminals. You don't short them out on here as you lift out. Obviously that's going to create a spark, a short, arc eye as it's called, flash arc, you know, so they, you know, the burns, whatever, so you have to be really careful. These batteries in this particular boat, you've got a pair there, make 24 volt, a pair here, and there are 2 pairs over the back. It's slightly over-engineered, this boat, and it was slightly under-engineered as well. So originally there were no fuses on these batteries. There are now, because I've done it, and also every one has its own isolator. This is full of fuses as well, you know. So it's a bit over-engineered to me, but anyway. The good thing is the batteries are pretty clean. That's one of the advantages. There's not lots of cables and a bird's nest all over the batteries, so it's not too bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock everything off so there's no current coming in or going out, and then I can disconnect all these batteries and hoof these out and hoof the other ones back in. That's the plan anyway. See, some go direct to the post because these Hankooks have both. The M8 studs, some have clamps on them, but there won't be any clamps on these because they're all threaded. So get all these out, and then I'll get my big boy pants on and lift these out and disconnect and pull the supply cables out from there. Right, so that's those disconnected. So I'm going to pull those out and put the new set in. Really looking forward to this bit. Do you know something? I'm going to undo that front cover. I think that front cover comes off. I'm going to blame a weekend of partying not being able to lift those. Got to blame something. Yeah, we've been down in Cardiff for say band and stuff, so. But hey, that's nothing to do with this. Right, I think these will come out here, and I'm going to do that, and those will come out. That one at the back is going to be a bit more difficult. Yep, that comes out. That makes my life so much easier. So I'll just pull these out then. Customer wants me to do a load check on those, which I'll do. Right, let's drop these in. There's two. There's two. What's it do with all the screws? Oh yeah, these batteries, they come with the little terminals. Terminals, no. Bolts, yes. So, pop that over there. Positive to the negative. The odd bit of this is just lifting them out. The rest of it's quite a straightforward job. But you know, the reason I'm doing this channel is to show you what this job's like. The day-to-day stuff. Oops. Right. Give them a nip up, and I'm a quarter of the way there already. I've got what else have I do? Yeah, another solar install with a new 3 kilowatt Victron inverter. That's this week as well. So a fair bit going on this week. Saying it's coming to the end of the season, and I've got an inquiry for another solar job that I need to phone later as well. So I'll get on with those. Coming to the end really. I haven't got much time left before I finish until spring. Right, I did mean to bring my torch. Right, let's open them up. So what I've done, these are the feeds to the loads, out to inverter and all that sort of stuff. So there's no leads hanging off the batteries that could catch anywhere. So I'm making sure that there are no live cables hanging around, obviously. It might sound obvious, but it's pretty important that. I can get these disconnected now and slide these out. That'll make my life a little bit easier. And then I can get that pair over there. You can see there's some, I don't like this very much. I don't know who's done this, but I don't like these very much here. But these will go straight onto the stud terminals like I have here already, if you can see. Much neater. Right, let's crack on getting these disconnected, eh? That's a temperature sensor for the inverter, and there's one on here as well. Let's get this link cable disconnected. These link cables that link the two batteries together, in my opinion, can be the most dangerous out of the lot because they are long enough to reach the other terminal. If that makes sense. When they're floating around, you know, there is that potential. See what I did there? To reach that other terminal. So these things I like to get rid of. Well, I'm still out of puff, but they're done. All tightened down. 24 volts in each box, and there's two sets of 24 volts there. All fused as they should be. Isolators are back on. Been an abrupt end in there. Right, I got those batteries in yesterday. I couldn't test them because the voltage was still sitting too high on them. So that's what happens when batteries, you take them off charge. They stay too high, and my tester thinks there's a charging voltage there, so it won't put a load on them. So I'm going to get them now and see if I can test those for the customer. Oh, put my hat on. Oh, a bit cold with no hair. This is the battery tester I use. It's from Sterling Power. It allows me to set the cold cranking current on the batteries, which equates to the amp hours of each battery. And he puts a load on there and gives me a status of what it is. Basically, how far the voltage drops determines whether it's good, okay, or bad. So I'm going to pop these on the batteries. I've got a pen with me just to mark those up, and we'll go from there. That's the end of that job then. For the customer will probably sell on the good ones, and we'll scrap the others, obviously. So, right, let's go and do that. So they do the wheel as well, because there was stuff on the wheel. Do they do that as well? Right. Yeah. And what about the tyre? So I just tested all those. You've just seen me testing a couple. About half. So they came up as weak, low, really low. The voltage was dropping way too low, and there's a couple that were okay, and they're a couple that I actually supplied this customer a few weeks ago just to get him by, because one was gassing off and red hot, so they were second hand, but those two are actually okay, so we can move those on and sell those. But the six of the 8, they're not worth messing with. Get them weighed in. So yeah, that's me done on here. Off to my next job. Probably a simple job, but it's bread and butter stuff, you know. That's the life of a Narrowboat electrician. So now I'm off to look at a Webasto and alternator. So we'll see you next time. For any of your electrical needs, such as Victron, BP, Sterling, Webasto as well, check out Kingfisher Marine. We're online, got a fairly decent online store, growing by the day. And if it's not on the list, not on the site, give us a buzz, drop us a message. There's a contact form there. Drop us a message what you're after, and I'll get you the best price I possibly can. Right, we'll see you next time. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, and yeah, yeah, take care, guys.